Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Chairman Carr, Commissioners Gomez and Trustee, for being here today. Chairman Carr, supporting first responders' ability to communicate with the public and with others is of critical importance. I was interested to see that in August of 2025, the Commission released a notice of proposed rulemaking concerning the emergency alert system and wireless emergency alerts. I agree that it's important that our nation's alert and warning systems are closely examined so that fire, EMS, and police personnel can communicate as effectively and as efficiently as possible. Can you provide an update on this process and give an overview of your vision for the next generation of wireless alert system?
Thank you, Congressman. This is critical. In fact, the very first project I worked on at the FCC all the way back in 2012, when I started at the agency, was on these types of emergency alerts. And if you look back over the years, sort of every different compilation of the commission that comes in sort of adds something else on top of the existing system. And we haven't, at least in my view, stepped back and said, as a matter of first principles, if we were designing this system today with today's technology, how do we do it? And that's the point of what this is designed to do. It's a voluntary system, so we have to be careful about how much we put on top of that, but we're asking all of the questions as to how we make this work in the future.
Thank you. Chairman Carr, you spoke in support of direct-to-cell satellite connectivity. How can we strengthen coordination between the FCC and the private sector to expand the availability of direct-to-cell satellite communications?
Thank you, Congressman. We just spoke about geeking out, and this is something that I really geek out on. There's this new generation of connectivity where you can go straight from your smartphone right to a low Earth orbit satellite. And the low Earth orbit satellite is effectively like a cell tower in the sky. What that does is eliminates dead zone. If we have enough spectrum capacity for that, you can get truly high-speed service right to your phone anywhere, or think about any type of device as well. And so what we're doing right now is positioning the United States to lead the world in this new technology by making sure that we have the spectrum resources and the regulatory framework for this direct-to-cell technology to really flourish and to flourish in America first.
So I believe it's very important that U.S. maintain leadership in space. How can the FCC support updating regulations on satellite-based services within bodies like the International Telecommunications Union to remain dominant and to counteract anti-competitive efforts by other nations?
One of the touchstones of our spectrum and satellite policy through the years has been reciprocity. We have a lot of US-based satellite providers, but there's a lot of European satellite providers that are doing business here in America. And I am concerned, as a general matter, if you look at some of the protectionist conduct that's taking place by European regulators, you see it all across the tech ecosystem, but we're seeing it rise with respect to satellite in particular. And I would simply remind my counterparts in Europe that, again, that reciprocity has been key to a successful regime. We want to make sure that US satellite providers are treated fairly when they're doing business in Europe.
Thank you. And Chairman Carr, I appreciate the FCC's efforts to review regulations in order to streamline outdated and burdensome rules and to support American innovators. First, can you give us an update on the progress of the effort at large and share any plans for deregulation in the coming year that you feel is important to support this effort?
We've launched the largest deregulatory effort in the agency's history. To date, it's over 1,000 different rules or regulations that have been either eliminated or teed up for elimination, over 2,000 inactive dockets, and we're going to continue to work away to get rid of substantive regulations that is holding back innovation. Again, just in a short year, you're already seeing wireless prices come down, speeds increasing, competition enhancing, bridging the digital divide. This is the work that we're doing, and it's delivering real, tangible results for the American people, and we're just getting started.
So what's the best way for companies like those in New Jersey to most effectively engage with the FCC and offer their perspectives to make the delete effort as productive as possible?
One thing that we want is to hear from them directly about the types of rules and regulations that are holding them back. That's why I try to spend as much time outside the Beltway as possible in this job, meeting directly with broadband providers and tower climbers, and I ask them, what is holding you back? One idea that we've heard came up over here in legislation, which is railroad crossings. Again, it seems like a random issue, but that has substantively been holding back broadband builds in this country. So we want to hear directly from them what's slowing them down.
Gentleman's time has expired.
Thank you. I yield back.
Thank you.